Welcome to this edition of Meet the Mustangs. Joining us today, head basketball coach from Western New Mexico, Jeff Law. Welcome.
Mike, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Well, your vacation time's over. Not that you get a vacation, but
It's been over. I mean, Coach Coleman and I try to find a day or two here or there, but no, we've been going at it. We've been going at it pretty good, and looking forward for the year to come up.
Well, this year you don't have the Lollipop Guild as your second string, a bunch of short guys coming off the bench. But Coach, talk about some of the returners. What do you expect?
Well, I think Therese played real well for us. We weren't very successful, but that has no bearing on his importance and his input to what we did. I think he's probably the best point guard in the league, if not one of the best. I thought he was right with Tigner last year from Pueblo. I like him. He's still a streaky shooter, hasn't done much to improve on that, but I think we put a couple other pieces around him that will help him out. And Marcos Castrillo is another guy that's come back a little bit stronger. He knows how to deal with me and what I'm looking for, and those are our two seniors. Those are the two guys that are going to have to lead us mentally, physically, in every which way, and I believe in them. I think they will. Stephen Laux, freshman last year, still have nothing but the utmost and open potential for him. Throughout his years, he got a little bit stronger, and he grew up as a freshman. Got a lot of playing time. That was one good thing about last year. Steve got a lot of playing time. And I think he's going to be strong for us. The other returner is Adam Kessler. Those are the four returners that we have. And Adam, got a lot of playing time for us last year. Probably, Steve and Adam probably got more than they probably should have, all things considered. But hopefully that will be a plus for us this year. And then we have the two kids sitting out, Brandon Tanter and Brandon Williams, that really kind of gave us headaches in practice. Hopefully this year they can turn it around and give some teams some headaches on game time.
It's nice to have somebody to practice against like that. But
I mean, it's kind of nice, but then it's kind of frustrating because they're sitting in the bleachers behind you, or at the end of the bench, and they're not even dressed. So, they're going to have some rust to shake off as far as game time stuff when the lights are on and that kind of thing. But they compete. They're streaky as far as offensively, so it's not something that you can rely on. But their defensive competitiveness and their IQ in that regard is much higher than we were last year in the backcourt, and I'm looking forward to working with them.
Talk about some of the new recruits that you brought in this year.
Well, we had a bunch of areas to address. The first one was we were going to need some size and some strength, and not a big guy that was going to try to pop out and shoot threes. Just a big guy who's going to throw his body around, and we do have that. Tyler Shea is a junior college kid, about 6'8", and he lifted a lot. He got stronger from when he came out on his visit to now, which is good. He's a little bit limited offensively, but he realizes that, and I think that's a big plus, for a lot of kids, is to realize their limitations and not try to outdo them. He pushes us in practice, and he's going to give us a little bit of a bigger force inside than what we had last year. We got an athletic 6'5" kid, freshman, young, can run like a deer, can jump like a deer, doesn't shoot very well, isn't very strong yet. But as he progresses, I think Roland Wyatt will be another good one for us. And then we got a very good shooter, a little bit underrated out of Arizona from Florence, Gavin Wood. Again, he's not overly athletic like the other ones, but he is a very good shooter. And that was another area that we really needed to address, was our perimeter shooting. And I think we still need to address that. Can't do much about it until the next class, but he comes in, and with every day that he gets confidence and everybody gets confidence in him, he's a great kid, and I think he's going to have a good career here too.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about the conference.
Conference is going to be a little. I mean, it's deep. It's a very, very difficult conference, and the travel for us is always, making anything tough a little bit tougher. But I think the conference is going to be a little bit different. Mine's lost a lot of big guys. Now they still have two extremely good guards, and they have a good cast coming back. Fort Lewis has changed a little bit, but their big guy is back, and Metro is always going to be Metro. I think one team that's getting some some accolades now is Springs.
Yeah.
Springs was very good last year. They pulled it together, and they were all sophomores basically.
Yeah.
So they should have 2 more years of at least, and that's not with bringing anybody
Yeah.
in, but they should have 2 more years. As long as they have Derek White and Alex Welsh, will be
Yeah.
very good. And so the league is going to kind of from there. Pueblo lost a lot. We don't have much coming. It's going to be kind of a crapshoot. I think it's
Yeah.
kind of open, a little bit more open than maybe a lot of people kind of think. But I think still the heavyweights are still going to be the heavyweights, and you can throw Springs up in there. I don't know much about Shadron or Black Hills or Highlands has a new coach, and the coach from Black Hills went to Western. So it's going to be interesting as the weeks right now progress to see how everything plays out.
Well, as long as you beat Highlands,
Well,
that's okay.
That was, I'll tell you what, that last win kind of carried me
That
through the summer. That was big. But they lost everybody and their coach, but they got a new coach, and I'm looking forward to. I haven't officially met him, but I know he brought in a bunch of kids. He brought in a bunch of Midwestern kids from Chicago. But I think he'll find out the same way I found out. That the league is really tough, and there's a lot of travel, and just because you do something on one weekend doesn't mean it's going to carry over to the next weekend. And that's the beauty of basketball, and it's that time of year again already.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. It's not, the bar hasn't been set too high. Last year, I'll be the first one. We struggled, but it wasn't the kids struggling. It was just that we just didn't have enough bullets in the gun. We don't have a bazooka right now, but we got a couple more bullets in the gun, and how big of a step we take from improving from last year, that remains to be seen. But we will be improved. We will be better, and the kids are going to compete every night. And as long as I know that and feel confident about that, you can put your head down, at night and sleep good and wake up the next day and get ready for another battle.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Thank you,
Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.